Welcome back to the Arsenal Alliance with another video. We've got a preview today of the Arsenal PSV game, which should be an ultimate formality for Arsenal after winning the first leg away 7-1. So I can't see any kind of capitulation to that extreme of PSV managing to turn that around. I do expect to see some changes today. I'm going to give you my team that I will play. There's going to be a few surprises in there for people, maybe, I'm not so sure, but, you know, some people might have the same idea as me, but I'm definitely going to make some changes because we've got a tough game on Sunday at home to Chelsea, and it's very important that we keep players fresh for that game, and knowing that the fact that we've got the opportunity to rest a lot of players for in a Champions League game should go to our advantage, and we should be thinking, you know what, let's rest some players. Let's keep the core there, but let's rest some players and get them ready for Chelsea because we need to go on an amazing run. We're looking behind us over our shoulders at the teams catching us for top four. Title's gone. The title's completely gone. I'm under no illusions there. I've said it before. But for this game against PSV tonight, we're 7-1 up. It will be an absolute disaster, and it will probably be some kind of record. We was breaking records last week against PSV, so it must be some kind of comeback record if they manage to turn this tie around and knock us out of the Champions League. I can't see that happening. I can also see a lot of Arsenal fans not really paying much attention to it. I can't see a full house tonight, and I can also see a lot of players watching, more focusing on the other game, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid tonight, because that's who we're getting in the next round. And you know, I'm not confident that we could beat either of them teams, to be fair. Really not. I think this is going to be as far as we can go, and our bubble's going to be burst. I know teams that have not expected to win the Champions League have won it in the past, but I just really can't see it. I can't. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Can you see us progressing past after PSV? Can you see us beating either Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid? Because for me, I can't. But I will be keeping an eye on that game. I will watch the game tonight. It's probably going to be a boring game. We're going to probably contain it. I can't see PSV having a go at us like they did last week, because look what happened to them. We absolutely annihilated them because there was an open game and they tried to have a dig at us. And, you know, the rest is history there. And I can't see them trying to repeat that. They might try and sit in that mid to low block. We'll just be passing the ball around it as usual, as we did at Old Trafford. And we couldn't find no answers. But if they open up, then we'll probably score goals. But if they sit deep, we won't be able to score. But anyway, regardless of that, here is how I'm going for my team to play PSV tonight. I'm going to stick with a 4-3-3 because that's basically what Arteta does. But he's got to use his brains a little bit here. I know he don't like to mix things up. That's the problem. He don't like to mix things up enough for me. And we need to rotate. We'll talk about squad depth and having enough players, 2 players in every position, etc., to give us any chance of winning these titles, winning these cups. But it doesn't rotate enough for me. It gets players who get overplayed, like Saka, for example, and then breaks down with injuries. But anyway, this is how I will go. I'm keeping David Raya in goal. You know, I don't think you change that at all, really, because you know, goalkeepers, it keeps them sharp when they play every game. It keeps them sharp because they don't really do a lot of running about or anything, do they, during the games? So they're standing around in goal most of the time, you know, and they need that. They need that. They need to be regulars. They need to be the number one's the number one for a reason. So he stays in goal for me. At right back, I'm going Ben White. Ben White's back fit. He's had minutes, so he'll be ready for that game. Ben White at right back. Saliba and Gabriel unchanged. Keep them as the core. Like I said at the start, you need your core to keep a strong core there. But you need to rotate players around it to keep them fresh for Sunday. But Gabriel and Saliba in the 2 centre halves there, brilliant pairing. You know, the best defence in the Premier League because of them two, basically. On the left back, I'm going Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney, he's had a few minutes. He's come on as a sub in the last few games. Start him there at left back. If you're not going to start him against Chelsea, start him at left back there. For me, it's a no-brainer. Start him there. Right, in the midfield, I'm going with the Jorginho. Start Jorginho in midfield because I think, give Declan Rice and Partey a bit of a break, give them a bit of a rest for the Chelsea game. Then also in midfield, I'm going to go with Odegaard. I think he's got to keep his place. I think he needs a little bit more practice, if you like. Might sound like a silly question, but I mean he was missing against Man United at Old Trafford, and he needs to get a bit of consistency to his game, and it's an easier game for him against PSV to start playing now. I know he can play, but how he's showed loads of inconsistencies this season. I want to keep him in there. Just might change it up for a little while afterwards, but 60th minute or so, it might change him for somebody. But keep him there at the start, and he is the captain, so I suppose he's gonna start the game, and I would start him for basically that reason anyway. And then in midfield with them two, I'm gonna go. I've seen someone else say it, and I thought, you know what, that ain't a bad shout. I'm going with Zinchenko in that midfield position. Let's see what he can do. Let's just push him into that midfield. Stop that inverted left-back bullshit that we've seen him play throughout his career at Arsenal, and put him in the actual midfield. Then over on the left-hand side, I'm going with Raheem Sterling. Let's give him a game. Let's give him a full game, and keep Martinelli, who's just come back, or Trossard. Keep them ready for Saturday. Over on the right-hand side of that midfield, I am going with Ethan Nwaneri. Put him over there on the right. And up front, through the middle, I know I just said about resting Martinelli for the Chelsea game from the left-hand side point of view, but I think Marino has been playing up front, and he's not been cutting the mustard for me. So for me, I think I would push Martinelli up front through the middle as the number 9 striker. So let me know what your team selectors are in the comment section below. Don't forget to stick a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will be back later on tonight with a match reaction. Hopefully it's going to be a happy, joyful one, but we'll see. Whether we win or lose, I'm going to come back and do a reaction anyway. See you then.